The island of Sodor is always busy, whether pulling the express or collecting heavy goods. But the docks are the busiest the most. Cranes swaying left to right, unloading and loading ships and transporting the goods into trains. Harvey was excited. Sir Topham had sent him to work at Brendam docks with Salty, Bill, and Ben. When he arrived at the docks, he found Salty talking to Bill and Ben. "Ahoy there, Harvey!" he cried. "You're just in time to hear another tale." Harvey was excited. He loved hearing Salty's tales of the sea. The twins did as well. But Cranky just scowled. "If you're gonna tell another one of those tiresome stories," he said, "do it somewhere where I can't hear." The engines just laughed. "Get comfortable, crew," said Salty, "'cause here it goes." And Salty told him about the spookiest tale he had ever told in a while. "A while back, old sea folks say there be a mysterious creature lurking around these waters. It was just like an octopus. However, it was much more bigger and more, dare I say, scarier. This was no octopus. This was a kraken. Huge tentacles the size of Cranky's arm, capable of bringing ships down with it and destroying anything in its path. But don't worry, some brave sea folks managed to take it down. Since then, there have been no krakens ever since." The twins sighed with relief, but Harvey was nervous. Just then, Arry and Bert oozed in. They had been sent to help at the docks too, but they were up to their old tricks again. "What's this about a kraken I hear?" chuckled Arry. "A fellow diesel here," smirked Bert, "telling a bunch of cowardly tin pots who don't know how to act up. Take it from us, we diesels get scared of nothing. Quite, we've been working at the scrapyards for years. Not even a shout can scare the boats out of us." And they rattled away. Cranky smirked. "At least those two don't tell stories every now and then." The engines just ignored him. Soon the diesels were put to work. The other engines weren't too fond of them, but they were pleased with their work. But the diesels were up to their old mischievous tricks again. Whoops, slipped. Later, the twins saw Harvey cheerfully loading crates into the cars. They suddenly had an idea and went, "Roar!" Harvey was covered with smelly oysters. Guffawed Bert. "We knew you'd be afraid of the kraken, but we didn't think you'd stoop this low," chuckled Arry. And they dieseled away. Harvey was fuming. Salty pulled alongside. "What happened here, Captain? Had another catch of the day?" "No," mumbled Harvey. "It's Arry and Bert," and he explained about their mischief. Salty pondered. "And it was all to do with that story I'd be telling. Never fear, lad. They'll come off it soon." Just then, Thomas puffed up. "Hello, Thomas," smiled Harvey. "What do you got there?" Thomas beamed. "These crates are full of costumes." "Costumes, me hearty?" asked Salty. "Yes," said Thomas. "They're here for the annual party here at the docks." And the men began unloading the costumes. Suddenly, this gave Harvey a very naughty idea. Later that night, Arry and Bert were returning to the docks. They were going to get more fuel before returning to the smelter yards. When they arrived, they found everything quiet. Hey, you two down there. Ah! It was Cranky. Oh, it's you, snapped Bert. What do you want? I just heard from the dock manager. He wants you to report to sheds immediately. Important business, I'm sure. Important business, you say? Smirked Arry. That's delightful. At least we'll be working very hard, unlike those dreaded steam kettles. And they oozed out, unaware that Cranky gave a smirk. When they arrived, they found no one there. What's going on here? Demanded Bert. Where's the dock manager at? Asked Arry. Has everyone turned in for the night? Doesn't matter. Let's get going. Just then, the lights turned off. The scrap diesels were beginning to feel very scared. Who's there? Gasped Bert. We mean no harm, cried Arry. Just then, from out of the shadows, a large and mysterious shape appeared right in front of them. Arry and Bert were scared off their rivets. They were so scared, they rushed straight to the scrapyard. Just then, the lights came on again, and pushing the old flatbed was Harvey, along with Thomas and Percy. Well, what do you think of that? Chuckled Harvey. Those two trying to scare us, but they ended up being scared themselves, laughed Thomas. That was a very Kraken job, giggled Percy. Agreed, added Salty. You lot come up with excellent ideas to show them lollygaggers what's what. Harvey smiled. We couldn't have done it without this Kraken here. The old costume creaked, as if it was agreeing.